Why haven't Ohio adult use marijuana sales started yet, you guys? And I'm going to blame it all on Nick Lachey. Because over 100 Ohio medical cannabis dispensaries are on their way to selling adult use marijuana, but they still have a few boxes to check before the sales can begin. The Division of Cannabis Control began accepting applications last month from medical marijuana businesses that want to participate in the adult use market. And Ohioans voted last year to legalize adult use marijuana for adults 21 and older, but the licensing process for operators couldn't begin until the division finalized those rules. As of Thursday, the state had issued 112 provisional dual-use licenses to dispensaries and 78 to other cultivators, processors, and testing labs. Businesses with a provisional license must do the following before regulators grant final approval. 1. Notify local officials and law enforcement. 2. Train employees. And 3. Ensure security equipment is up to date and meets the state standards. That doesn't sound like that's too difficult to do, just to say. But nonetheless, they say dispensaries must also pass a test to show they can properly distinguish and sell medical and adult use products. I wonder what's in that test, if it's multiple choice or whatnot. But it's unclear how long the process could take, and some industry officials initially predicted a June or early July launch, but that timeline already passed. Division of Cannabis Control spokesman Jamie Crawford said the turnaround depends on how quickly applicants can meet the various requirements. Business owners still expect adult use sales at existing dispensaries to begin sometime this summer, and the state is required by law to approve dual-use licenses for medical cannabis operators by September. Dispensaries will likely be busy in the weeks after they launch adult use sales, but many have increased staffing to meet the demand, Cresco Lab spokesperson Jason Erkey said. In a quote, he says, "The state has been running this at lightning fast speed compared to other launches. Provisional licenses a week after applications were submitted is unheard of," Erk said. He also says, "This is a big effort with a lot of compliance and regulatory requirements, and while it might seem like hurry up and wait, I know the Commerce Department wants to make sure it's done right instead of done quickly." Sounds like they're referencing your last story there, Dr. T. But nonetheless, separately, the Division of Cannabis Control has received nearly 200 applications from brand new dispensaries known as 10B licenses. Under the law passed last year, large cultivators can apply for 3 dispensary licenses at new locations, while smaller growers get 1. And medical dispensaries that aren't affiliated with a cultivar or processor are eligible for another dispensary license. Those stores will take more time to get off the ground, potentially not opening until sometime next year. Well, Ohio, they are slow rolling this adult use measure, but they're saying that they're not slow rolling it, and they're doing it with caution and care. And I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about this. Yeah.
Sounds like they're getting it all set up for the big and the powerful to get in place, and then they'll let the peasants in.
That right? That's what it sounds like to me too. I'm with you. Yeah, they just want, hey, all you big MSOs that got real money, let's come on in here. Let's get it going, and then everyone that applied for a license. What's that?
Hey Jay, did you hear about the new Star Wars movie?
What's that? I've heard it's terrible.
It's a prequel. It's a prequel, and they show how the idea for the Death Star was actually brought up at Darth Vader's kitchen table. Yeah, so they designed it around the kitchen table because you really care about satellite design. Yeah, so it was thought up around the kitchen table. It's all good.
That is fascinating, Matthew St. Germain.
I know what you did there.
I'm letting that one go.
Exactly. No, don't let it go. It's endless content, Matthew St. Germain. That's for sure.
It's great that the people of Ohio are going to get safe access.
Yeah, but I mean, it sounds like it's a matter of weeks as opposed to months from how this article is sounding. At least for some stores, it sounds like other stores aren't going to be until next year, though.
And coming from the perspective of California, where when we got adult use, the quality of the cannabis went down. The price also went down, but the quality went down.
Yep.
And I don't know any. And for medical patients, that's a problem because they really do rely on it on a daily basis.
You know, the good news about when you buy not good product from MSOs, Dr. T, is like your threshold of expectation is already so low that it doesn't really matter.
I was going to say, like, how good can the weed be in Ohio right now?
Exactly.
Even?
Well, I mean, the California weed is good that's in Ohio, or at least somewhat.
Yeah,
good.
exactly. I was going to say, depends on who you know.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
But the products in the stores are not great.
No, exactly. That you're right, Dr.
In
T.
California, it's horrible. We're just we're in a tsunami of mids, and the biggest problems is crop steering. Crop steering was something that was designed to get highest yields per input for certain food crops and ornamentals. What people who are exercising crop steering on the California market don't seem to understand is putting your plants up with salt makes them unsmokable. And so what we're doing with crop, what you do with crop steering is just these things salt all day long, and you're trying to maintain them being full without really any runoff. So you're making salt bombs. I think that's a huge reason why there's so many things, like when we were testing for the cup this year, look amazing, smell amazing, structure's great, color's great, trichomes everywhere. Smoke it, and you dry hit it tastes great. You smoke it tastes good on the front of your tongue, and by the back of your palate, and it just starts burning a hole right through your throat, and you realize you can't smoke the joint. And it's literally just that salt and nutrient metal overdose. Like phosphorus and magnesium are two of the main nutrients in cannabis, and they're both they both burn at like thousands of degrees once ignited.
Which is why if those are translated into the hash, it also makes the hash unsmokable. It just burns. It can look good.
It makes hash burn too.
Yeah, of course, because
so
great flower.
You guys are all judges at the Emerald Cup. Did you notice that the quality went down this year compared to last year?
I'll let Matthew
indoor
take
entries,
that one.
So there were more quality entries, but on a per capita basis, like on a percentage basis, it was a lot of just disappointment. And I've offered, and for the entire judge team, there should be some sort of contact card in people's samples, and when it's not good, they should allow some sort of contact of like, hey, thank you for entering. We want to help you to make this where you have a chance to actually win with your entry, get in the top 20, and why don't you reach out to this number and we can help you figure out what's going on.
They don't
never been taken up on that offer. I guess they don't want to offend anybody. For me, it's not like, hey, your weed's dog shit. It's just like, dude, you just spent $1,000 or whatever to enter. Like, let's help you so you can have a chance of winning and you're not just burning money.
I think the most concerning factor is that, I've been judging competitions for over 10 years, and it's always a mix of really, crap and then great stuff. And honestly, there was a while where it got better and better, but then, kind of peaked, plateaued, and went down. And the saddest thing now, and I've judged 3 categories for the Emerald Cup, and when judging solventless concentrates, at least we have a personal use category, and that's always everyone's favorite because the personal use is usually some of the best representation of craft. This year I judged pre-rolls. The saddest thing is that these are all licensed products for sale to consumers from dispensaries, and I can't tell you how offensively bad some of these pre-rolls were, where like I didn't even want to smoke it, but I had to take one hit for the competition. And there is some absolute garbage, I dare say dangerous products in market being marketed as, like strawberry flavored or, because we had to judge solvent infused. That was the toughest category. I'll say no more, but I can say the other thing related to this is this still happens to me all the time. If I meet someone new and they learn I'm in cannabis, the first question I'm often asked is, oh my God, I used to get this product as a medicine. I can't find it anymore. Do you know anything like this? And it's really common with actual medical patients who use, kind of CBD THC ratio capsules or tinctures or higher dose, again, medicinal products. They can't find them anymore. And it's really sad. And often I'm kind of sending them to someone in the traditional market or someone with a craft business. So it is true that patients are forgotten when recreational happens. And I wish more states did better with that. And we obviously in California didn't do a great job.
You're right. They go back to where they originally got it. They're going back to their neighbor. They're going, to the traditional market because they can't find it at the store. They can't afford it at the store either.
Well,
Isn't it also interesting to see all of these stores who made so much lip service to their patients and medical need totally forget their patients and medical need the moment recreational came legal, and we saw the straight grab for the money.
Mm-hmm.
I think we all could sit and name 1 million stores and 1 million people that we saw talking about that medical need. And where's that medical need now? You have to go to get a usable amount of RSO that's not $700 a day. You have to go actually outside the permitted legal market because of the taxes and the need to structure the dosage size according to the rules with these small dosages and get a dose medical grade RSO again for under hundreds and hundreds of dollars because you have to buy all these small, highly priced packages.
Yeah.
Well, do you think this is going to happen in Ohio? It seems like they're going to head straight there.
I think we're in a 10-year arc of bullshit in the weed industry. I think by about 2035, we're going to have a refined market. We're going to have the McDonald's lane that's always going to exist. People who don't care about what they put into their bodies or do to the earth will be buying, whatever the cheapest, highest potency thing is. And there will be a very small lane delineated for people who actually care about organics, care about the earth, care about what they put into their body, and want to have a connoisseur experience.
Well, don't you think
have to wait, unfortunately, or
the money?
Yes, sir, as well. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Dr. T, don't you think since legalization too that the patients have forgot a lot about the medical side of cannabis too, because a lot of them don't renew their notes anymore because they're all over 21, so they can just walk in and buy weed, and that's a lot of the reasons they were getting a doctor's note in the first place is so they had the ability of the convenience to be able to go into a store and buy weed.
Well, I think they're still there just because they don't go get their doctor's card. I mean, they're still sick. I still see people who...
All use is medical use, though, right? So even if they're not sick, they're still, you know what I mean? And that's the majority of the consumer base, even under medical.
Do you want? Are you talking? You want somebody with a diagnosis? Because that's easy to find. They're all over the place.
No, I understand that.
Are you saying that somebody's using it for health and well-being? Because, a healthy person can use it to prevent illness. I was just talking to Dr. Courtney, and he was all about eating raw cannabis, right?
Yeah, no, I truly believe that that it's better using it consistently as a preventative, more like a vitamin kind of thing. You know what I mean, to fight to ward these types of things off before they develop or start.
Right, but if you want to go and pick cannabis microgreens to put in your salad, you're not finding that at the dispensary. Or if you want an RSO, it's very hard to find out at a dispensary. If you need an RSO, so you got to go to your neighbor.
Shout out to Anna Lewis in the chat who says life is a diagnosis. What do you think about that, Dr.
You can go to Beard Bros Media, Beard Bros Farms. They do have an RSO product in some states.
Yeah, and their products are available over at Catalyst locations throughout California. And I guess we're going to end on medical weed for the people on this. Question for you guys. Rico is not here yet, and I haven't heard from him. I'm not sure if he's going to make it in today. Do you guys want me to read his story now, or do you want me to roll in to Elise? You guys.
Yes, but you have to wear a hat.
You want me to? I don't. Oh, you want me to wear a hat?